Hello there, beautiful friends from around the world. I am your host, Blackenfist, and I haven't done a Q&A in a while, and you know what? I just felt like, I gotta answer some of these questions. I just feel like I've been neglecting these questions, and yeah, man, a lot of questions have piled up. At least for me, I got 1,894 questions, so that's a lot. So anyway, you know what? Let's just get right into this. What do you think would have happened in Dragon Ball if instead of Bardock getting set back in time, he got sent into the future because Goku's and King Piccolo's last battle? Okay, well, I don't know exactly what this guy is trying to say, but it looks like this guy is trying to talk about Episode of Bardock. And Episode of Bardock really is a what if pretty much story that has nothing to do with the Dragon Ball story. It's just like a what if. Like, listen, as if you think Episode of Bardock is cool and all, that's fine, but I just call Episode of Bardock official fan fiction because it doesn't make sense at all. Gohan looks like a fuckboy in Frieza Reborn. Well, it's good to hear your opinion. How did Bulma survive sex with Vegeta, or how did Chi-Chi survive sex with Goku? Well, I have no idea what you mean. I guess what you're saying is that they might have been rough. I don't know. I'm guessing that Vegeta would be rough. I'm not sure if Goku would be rough. Doesn't seem like Goku would have it in him, really. To me, I would say Goku doesn't have it in him, and as for Bulma, I don't know, man. I guess she can handle it. How did Goku kill Frieza and King Cold when the only person that killed them was Trunks? Well, I don't understand what you're trying to say with your question, but if you're trying to say is how did Goku kill Frieza and King Cold at all, well, that's because in Dragon Ball there are alternate timelines, and in an alternate timeline where Trunks never came back to the past, the only other person who would have killed Frieza and King Cold was Goku, because obviously none of the other Z fighters would have been strong enough to do that. So, how did you get your hair like that? Well, I really don't do much to my hair except comb it forward, so I guess it just grows like that naturally. Everyone says Mr. Gohan doesn't need to go Super Saiyan, but in the DBZ episode where Gohan has completed his training with Old Kai, the Old Kai says you just go do that Super Saiyan thing and you always do and stop worrying. Does this mean Gohan could be stronger if he turns Super Saiyan? Ugh, the whole thing about Gohan turning Super Saiyan. Well, with Battle of Gods, obviously we saw Gohan turn Super Saiyan because he was turning Super Saiyan for that whole thing, for the Super Saiyan God to appear. And it seems that Gohan's going to be turning Super Saiyan once again in the new movie. Now, we've seen Gohan turn Super Saiyan in GT, but we could always discount that since that wasn't canon. But now the fact that Gohan could turn Super Saiyan is turning everything, quite honestly, I really don't know. My guess is maybe Gohan is turning Super Saiyan in the new movies is because maybe this was years after the Buu fight, and maybe Gohan has stopped training, therefore he has lost his ultimate potential because he is slacked off, and because of that maybe he needed to go Super Saiyan again. That's my only guess, and I must stress this is my guess. By no means is this like maybe what it is going on. Thoughts of Bardock being indeed Dragon Ball Z series, and if it would have a dramatic effect on the series. Well, Bardock has been in Dragon Ball for a long time. I mean, he appeared in one panel in the manga when Goku was fighting Frieza. So I don't understand what you're saying. So yeah, what would have happened if Piccolo killed 17? And this is from Chance Griffin. Well, obviously, Cell wouldn't have reached perfect form, and that would have inhibited him. Qaaman has made excellent videos about this, and quite honestly, I don't know which exact video it was. I mean, like, if you just see some of his videos, you could infer this question right here real easy. Pretty much like Cell and the other androids would have been killed pretty easily if Piccolo killed 17. Hey Blackenfist, what would happen if Piccolo killed Android 17? I mean, I don't think he could with being around the same power, with Piccolo being stronger. Also, don't forget to view Seth the programmer's power level list. to share if you think it's a good power level. Well, I haven't seen Seth the Programmer's power level list, but I kind of answered your question already. Do you think Cooler would you like to see him in the future movie? Not really, no. I mean, I think Cooler's done his thing. How many hours in a day using DBZ logic? You know, that's kind of weird. I don't know, man. Dragon Ball really has a really bipolar thing going on with its time. I think that we all know that, so that would be almost impossible to answer. Clubber Lang versus Mason Dixon. Easily Clubber Lang, man. Come on. Who do you think the weakest relevant character, Goku, Gotenks, Gohan, Mr. Satan, is at the end of the Buu saga? Exclude Vegeta, Piccolo, because they are, I don't know what this word is, weaker while still having minor relevance. Who is the weakest relevant character? Well, that's obviously Mr. Satan. I mean, I don't know if that's what you mean. So, okay. Battle of Gods alternate ending when Beer slaps Bulma. Vegeta goes SSJ3, but is beat by Bills when Future Trunks comes back. Okay, this is not a Battle of Gods alternate ending. This just seems like your fan fiction. All right. Do you think Dragon Ball Z will come out with a new series, and will we ever see Super Saiyan 4 again? Well, I'll tell you. I can answer one thing. Will a new series come out? That's possibly. We're not sure about that. But I can tell you I can almost be 100% sure. I'm going to be like 99% sure that if we do see a new series again, we will probably never see Super Saiyan 4 again, considering the fact that Super Saiyan 4 is kind of a GT thing. And, you know, GT, let's just say we're not going to be seeing a lot of things that are coming from GT. Like, they're just going to be kept in the past, I'm pretty sure. Can you make a video on how things would have turned out if Vegeta did not kill Nappa? That would have a lot of ramifications. This is from Ronnie Rojas. You know, that is a very large video. I don't know. I mean, I guess we would assume Nappa would have trained to get stronger, I think. Maybe. And that's a big maybe, who knows. But the thing is, we don't really know much about Nappa's character beyond him just being like a Saiyan warrior, whatever. Because, you know, he kind of wasn't around for a long time. But, yeah. Can you make a video on what if Nappa survived? Okay, kind of rare. Let's get ready to rumble. Yes, that's Michael Buffer's ring announcer thing. Answer, bra. Ain't nobody got time for that X. Huh. Why? Why not? Did you know Goku and Gohan combined still makes Gohan or Goku or Gohan? Alright, I guess. In your last video, who was that yelling? Okay, for everyone who wanted to know who was yelling in that video where in my 2014 reflections or whatever, talking about how 2014 went, that was my brother. And no, Qaaman thought that my brother was Whitenfoot. Whitenfoot is not my brother, unlike what Qaaman believes. But yeah, that was my brother, and yeah, it was kind of annoying when he was yelling like that. So, for those of you wanting to know, yeah, that was my brother, and my brother's not Whitenfoot. Who do you have a stronger bond with, Thundershot or Qaaman? You know, I like, you know, yeah, I talk to these guys both, but, you know, quite honestly with Qaaman, because I talked to Qaaman more and I met Qaaman earlier, so, yeah. So, yeah. Would you have married Android 18, Chi-Chi, Bulma, Videl, Pan if she was older? Oh, God. Alright, would you have? I guess Videl. Do you watch anything else besides anime and manga, and if so, what the news doesn't count? Besides anime and manga? I mean, I watch boxing. I watch that shit. I play video games. Play a lot of video games. I don't really watch a lot of other stuff. What else? I mean, I watch a lot of YouTube stuff. I watch a lot of Vice's videos. I guess that does count as news. You said news doesn't count, so. But yeah, I mean, in terms of just pure watching stuff, I mean, I guess anime does comprise a lot of what I just watch, besides just YouTube stuff. If you've been stronger than Cell by far, would you have stepped in to help Gohan or no? If you're saying I was stronger and by than Cell, you know, probably, maybe. I don't know, man. I don't know. If I was stronger than Cell, man, I mean, I'd just say mate, probably. If you were strong enough, who would you train with in the DBZ world? I would train with Mr. Satan. You said if you were strong enough, right? So yeah, I would train with Mr. Satan. I think that would be pretty interesting. What was your freshman year of high school like for you, and how did you feel on your first day? Well, that felt like ages ago. That was a couple years ago. I don't know. See, the thing is, when I went to freshman year in high school, my first year at high school was honestly that took a back seat because I actually moved from a different state my first year of high school. So honestly, the whole thing of moving to a different state, I moved from Maryland to Texas, and Maryland to Texas is very different. A lot of things are different. The people are different. Just a lot of things are different from these places. So, It was my first day of high school was mainly about this is how Texas is. Not. It was more about how this is how Texas is. Not this is how high school is. You know what I mean? So yeah. How old are you? Well, I am 21. When you are going to do another Q&A video? Well, right now. How big is your... Well, why don't you guess? Do you think it would be possible to reanimate DBZ with up-to-date animation, not dated animation graphics? And would Funimation be up for resyncing the audio to the new... Oh, wow. Listen, no. Funimation would... Okay, first of all, let's just say there's not going to be a newly reanimated Dragon Ball Z series now with Kai out. I've said this before. See, a lot of people thought that Kai was going to be a newly reanimated series. That was kind of the rumors before it came out, and it wasn't, right? And so, no, they're not going to do that because they didn't do that with Kai. And let me tell you something. Even if it did happen, if they did reanimate the series, there is no way that Funimation is going to resync old audio to a new animated series. If they're going to dub it, they're going to do a new dub like they did with Kai. So, yeah. Better puss. Oh well. Thank you, sir. Super Snow 3. I don't know what that exactly means. When Piccolo died in the Saiyan saga, what would his power level have been if he went to Hell and fused with King Piccolo, then trained with King Kai and fused with Nail? Well, my guess is that Piccolo would have not been that much stronger because King Piccolo, to be honest, wasn't that strong compared to like Saiyan Saga and Frieza Saga characters. So I would say it really wouldn't change Piccolo that much. What do you think about Frieza being revived in this new movie, and do you think there is anyone else you would rather see as a main antagonist? If I have actually already have said my thoughts about this. If you go to one of Qaaman's videos, I think the video was called "Is Frieza Right for Fukkatsu no F?", in which me, Qaaman, and Rhymestyle will talk about our thoughts about the movie. So, if you really want to know my thoughts, go watch that. Really. Have you gone to Comic-Con before? No, I have not. Yo, Blackenfist, will you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Lambox2? Well, I really don't know what your YouTube channel is. You didn't really leave a link in this question. Do you think Gohan will be a major impact in the new movie? To be honest, probably not. Even though as much as I would like that, probably not. So yeah. Do you eat ass? If so, welcome to the club. Well, no I don't, so sorry, I'm not in your club. Okay. Who's the hottest anime character ever? Oh jeez. I haven't really given this one much thought. I don't know, I'll just say Bulma, there you go. I copped out, there you go. Because I really don't know. I would be spending here a long time thinking about this question. Oh, smash or pass, or marry between Naomi and Bulma. Well, I don't know who Naomi is, but the fuck is Naomi? Here, I'll look it up. Oh, that One Piece chick. Okay, now I get you. Well, actually, I don't really watch One Piece, as you could tell right there, because I have to freaking look up who Naomi was. Actually, you know what, Naomi? There you go. Actually, I'll switch it up, because I have no idea who the Naomi is, so there you go. Could you do a video on what if Vegito didn't get unfused? Sure. However, I don't know, I just feel like this question is just so more uninteresting because of the fact that Dragon Ball Multiverse exists, and there's a whole thing about, you know, about how what would happen if Vegito didn't unfuse, and quite honestly, they did a pretty practical job of what would happen if that really did happen in the series, so I don't know, I just feel that question would be kind of pointless. What would you do if Frieza came to your house? Give details. Okay, this is what would happen. Frieza would come to my house, and he would be like, and of course the only reason he would come to my house is because he would be like, join the Frieza army today. And then I would be like, well, what's in it for me? And he'd be like, well, you keep your worthless little life. That's for one thing. So, well, what I would do, see, this at this point I got two options. I could either join his army and live, and if I say no, he'd kill me there in an instant. So yeah, that's pretty much what would happen. Do you think Broly was SSJ or SSJ2? Also, well, first of all, I'll answer that right now. No, he wasn't. He was in a Super Saiyan. Yes, he was when he was in his whole. As for him going Super Saiyan 2, Broly, as far as we know, probably never went to Super Saiyan 2. So your other question, also, do you think SSJ transformation is similar to Trunks Ultra Super Saiyan? I'm guessing you're trying to say if the legendary Super Saiyan is the same as an Ultra Saiyan, which is a fan term. I think the official term is like Super Saiyan Grade 3, which is, yeah, like that's the official term. Even though, yeah, a lot of fans have like seen the similarities between legendary Super Saiyan and those transformations, but they're not the same. They're completely different, and it's even explicitly said in the Daizenshus that Broly is using a completely different transformation than Vegeta, Trunks, or Goku. What if Gohan hadn't been with Goku when he visited Master Roshi, Krillin, Bulma in the start of Dragon Ball Z? The actions, what actions would Raditz have taken, and how would the fight between Raditz, Goku, and Piccolo have altered without Gohan? Actually, that is kind of interesting. I'm trying to actually think of a situation in which Raditz would coerce Goku to join him without him kidnapping Gohan. My guess is that perhaps he might have kidnapped Bulma or Master Roshi or Krillin. I mean, that's the only other option. And in that case, if Raditz did kidnap one of them, then the situation between the fight between him and Piccolo and all that wouldn't have changed that much, honestly. Except for the fact that Gohan did damage Raditz, and I don't think that if he kidnapped any, you know, Bulma, Master Roshi, or Krillin, they wouldn't have damaged him at all, probably. What would you think if they brought back King Piccolo instead of Frieza? That would be kind of a ballsy move. I'll be honest, I would actually be kind of shocked if they actually did that. I mean, wow, if they brought King Piccolo back, I would be pretty surprised. But then again, the reason I'd be surprised is because they'd probably never do it. So, beautiful friends from around the world is greater than alrighty guys, it is Qaaman here today. Oh, well, thank you. Hello, Blackenfist. I have a TFT for you. The differences, colors of Energy Blast or Ki Blast for all DB, DBZ, and DBGT characters. And this is from Sly Cooper. Oh, one of the loyal subscribers. Yeah, that actually could be a topic. I'd have to think about that one a little bit, but that could maybe be worked in. Can you make a video about your favorite main movie villains of the DB franchise? Well, I mean, if you really think about it, like, there's only two main movie villains, because the third DB movie villain was like Tao Pai Pai, General, Shen, and all those guys, and those were in the main series as well. So, you know, I mean, I guess you could say the vampire guy from um, Sleeping Princess and Devil's Castle was more interesting than that lizard guy from Curse of the Blood Rubies. There is a specific name of a soundtrack I'm looking for in DBZ. If I send you a clip of name and the timeline, could you please give me the name and I could find and download it? My address, well, that's fine, but you didn't really specify what you're talking about, so I really wouldn't know what you're trying to, send me. Gohan, end of Frieza Saga versus Captain Ginyu. My guesses would be Captain Ginyu, because the thing is although even Gohan might be a little stronger than Captain Ginyu by the end of the Frieza Saga, which I doubt, but even if he is, I don't know if he'd be smart enough to dodge Captain Ginyu's change form. So yeah. I was reading Dragon Ball Multiverse and I was thinking, in the universe where King Piccolo takes over, how do you think it was when the Saiyans came to look for Goku? Well, my guess is that when Raditz showed up, Raditz would have probably have pretty much conquered the Earth, because there would be no one to stop him, really. So that's pretty much it. And Vegeta and Nappa wouldn't have come to Earth because Raditz wouldn't have died, and to tell them the message of the Dragon Balls. So yeah. Merry Christmas, bro. Well, thank you. Merry late Christmas to you. Qaaman's Land, and I'm your brother's... Okay, this one's hard to read. Qaaman's Land, I am my brother, 6-year-old brother. I am a very big fan of you, Qaaman, and Thundershot. I am smart. Well, I think that you're just trying to say you're a big fan and everything, and you probably... It looks like that English might not be your first language, so, I can understand that. What if Nail helped the Z Fighters in the Ginyu Force fight? I think Nail would have probably have gotten through Gildo, and he probably actually would have gotten it through Raccoon, and maybe even held his own against Berter and Jace, and maybe even beaten them, because I think Nail at that time was probably stronger than Vegeta. Do you think Vegeta eats ass? No. Oh great, more of these questions again. Videl or Chi-Chi, who would you smash? And okay. Chi-Chi, there you go. Wow, we got another Naomi. Naomi from One Piece or Bulma from Dragon Ball. Who would you smash? Who would you... Oh my god, another one. Naomi, there you go. I know nothing about Naomi, but fuck it. Whatever. What if Krillin was a Saiyan? If Krillin was a Saiyan, he would be the weirdest Super Saiyan of them all, man. Because he would have no hair. And that would just be weird when he turns Super Saiyan. Because you know that if Krillin was a Saiyan, Toriyama would turn him into a Super Saiyan. There's no other way to it. Why were human fighters never taught Kaioken? Well, that's actually a good question. That's actually something that other people ask. Why was no one ever taught the Spirit Bomb or the Instant Transmission? And quite honestly, I can't really explain this from an in-universe perspective. My only explanation is that from an outer universe perspective, and that is that Toriyama wanted his main character Goku to have some unique abilities that no one else can do, like the Kaioken, like the Spirit Bomb, like the Instant Transmission, and that's the reason they were really never meant to. They were never taught to anybody else. What if Videl and Gohan had a boy called Naps? I don't know what would happen if they had a boy called Naps. What if Brawl was the firstborn and then Trunks? If Brawl was the firstborn, I am pretty sure that future Gohan would still be alive, and it would be future Gohan that would go back in time to warn everyone about the androids. So that's pretty much my basic answer. What if Adele never met Gohan? Simple. There would be no Pan. I mean, that really wouldn't change the series much, except maybe in the very distant future, because there would be no Pan. But as far as the immediate future, it really wouldn't change much. What if Goku and Trunks reached Super Saiyan 2 in the Busan? Not much. Once again, why would that have mattered? Because when they were fused into Gotenks, they reached Super Saiyan 3, and they didn't change much. Yeah, not in that outcome. What if Goku killed Ginyu before he swapped bodies? That would have actually hurt Goku, because if he didn't switch bodies with Captain Ginyu, Goku would have never have or Goku's body really would have never have gotten beaten up by Vegeta, and therefore he would have never gotten his Zenkai boost, which was crucial when he fought Frieza later on. So honestly, him getting switched bodies with Captain Ginyu, like, if that didn't happen, that could have unchanged the balance, and Frieza could have killed Goku in his fight. So that Ginyu inadvertently saved the universe. What if Ginyu took over Vegeta's body? I almost want to say the same thing. If he did that, then everyone would have probably have been screwed when Frieza showed up, considering the fact that Goku is still in Ginyu's body and Vegeta is now in Goku's damaged body. See, now the thing is, if they could get Goku's body, who's now Vegeta, to safety, maybe they'd stand a chance, but you know, that's kind of a whole video, really, discussing that. What if Vegeta, Nappa, and Raditz had been sent to Earth instead of Goku? Dude, when you're talking about this type of question, you're talking about, like, so many things that could change. I mean, just the fact that, like, this, you're talking, like, what if Goku never hit his head? I mean, come on. Oof. Every time Yamcha sees Bulma and Vegeta does I hit it first playing his mind? Maybe. I don't know. We never really go into Yamcha's mind. But, you know, honestly, I really don't know. Maybe he thinks that, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. I really don't. Did Bulma let Master Roshi smash? Probably not. Do you agree with me that Bulma is a hoe? Some people think she's a hoe. As for me, I don't know. I mean, we only really see her with two dudes. If you think that's a hoish, then that's you. What if Roshi got on with one of the chicks from the exercise shows he watched? What the hell is up with these questions today, man? You know what? That would have actually have been really funny. And you know what? I think that would have been really cool if we actually saw Roshi get with one of those chicks that he always saw on those exercise shows. That would have been a really I know that would have produced some good gags throughout the series. So that might have actually have been pretty funny. What if Vegeta got the heart virus? I think that for the most part, I do think that maybe Goku. It really comes down to the question what if Goku would have been killed by the androids when they showed up. And to that, maybe not. I mean, because you gotta understand that Vegeta was killed by the androids, and he was kind of around the same strength Goku was, around there, and he was killed. So, the thing is, would have Goku have been any different? My guess, I want to lean more on no, that Goku would have probably have survived and trained, and then eventually have killed them, but we really don't know. What if the Z Fighters knew the Kaioken attack? That might have changed a lot of things in the series, let's just say that, but I kind of already talked about why the Z Fighters don't do it. What if Gogeta fought Broly? Gogeta would wipe the floor with Broly. Okay, if you're talking about the Broly from the first movie, he went easily, and even the Broly from the second movie, Gogeta would have wiped. I mean, Gogeta took on Janemba, man. Gogeta is on another level than Broly, trust me. What if a mortal fuses with an immortal? Will they die? Wow, this question is from Tyler. Well, obviously we're talking about Pitaro fusions here because the fusion dance only lasts around 30 minutes. So if an immortal, my guess, I have no idea really, My guess is who is the dominant personality, because from what the Potaro fusions is, the Potaro fusion tends to, because of the fact that the Potaro fusions can fuse anybody into one being. If one person is much more dominant than the other, that person's characteristics will be, manifested in the fused being. Like the two examples are when the Elder Kai fused with the Witch. Obviously, the Elder Kai's abilities and personality was brought out more than the Witch's. Another great example is when the Supreme Kai and Kibito fused. More of the Supreme Kai's personality was brought out in the fused being Kibito Kai, I think was his name. With the Vegeto's fusion was actually pretty equal, and it was pretty balanced out, although some people might say that Vegeto slightly leaned more towards Vegeta, which I could see, but for the most part Vegeta was a pretty balanced fusion. So my guess is if the immortal person is the dominant person in the two of the two, then my guess is perhaps the fused being will also be immortal. Only if the immortal being, the person that's being fused, is the dominant one. So that's my guess. Can you do a video of your top Dragon Ball battles? Oh, of course I will do, my top Dragon Ball Z fights battles. That is definitely a feature for another day. I might, maybe that'll be a video for this year, who knows. And maybe another one of your favorite attacks or special moves. Yeah, sure, of course these are videos that I'm going to be doing in the future. It's just videos that I kind of wanted to save, BJB. Well, I don't know what that means. What if Bardock, Raditz, and Nappa joined the Z Fighters? Man, I have no idea, really. Once again, this has this really has ramifications that could, affect the whole entire series. My guess is that Raditz and Nappa and even Bardock probably wouldn't have trained as hard as even Vegeta, because the whole reason Vegeta even trained in the first place, his whole motivation was because Goku was stronger than him, and that was the only reason he trained. It didn't seem that Nappa was bothered by the fact that there were stronger Saiyans, and I'm pretty sure Raditz wouldn't have been bothered, and neither would Bardock. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure they would have gotten stronger, but would they have trained a lot? My guess is no. Goku backwards is Yukog. This confirms that everything except Dragon Ball Evolution is non-canon. Thoughts? Well, I think that you have proved something here, sir, and I think that I would love to see a video about this, because damn, I think you're really onto something here. What if Captain Ginyu switched bodies with Gotenks in 30 minutes past? Wow. I have no idea, man. That is... Jeez, man, jeez. I don't know. My guess is that when Gotenks becomes unfused, and they turn into Goten and Trunks, they would become brain dead. That's really the only. But it's really impossible to know. I have no idea, man. No idea. Are you attracted to guys at all? No, I'm not. Goku back. Okay, wait. I read that one already. What's your opinion on One Piece? I really don't, I think, as I said before, I don't really read One Piece much or watch it, so I don't really have an opinion on it. Ultra Mega Super Saiyan Infinity God X Infinity versus Multiverse Spirit Bomb Absorb versus Mr. Satan. You know what? I'm just going with Mr. Satan. Mr. Satan always finds out a way to win. No matter, I mean, could you name a fight where Mr. Satan lost? I mean, he's never been in a fight he's lost, man. He always finds a way to win. I like your videos. I haven't watched many recently, but tomorrow night I'll marathon watch. I'm marathoning Qaaman tonight anyways. Have a great evening, day / morning, night. I have no idea about your time zone, so yeah. Well, thank you, sir. You have a good morning, day, morning, night, whatever evening to you too. If Gohan continued to train after the Cell Saga, would he have a larger impact in the Buu Saga, in the Battle of Gods? Yes, he would. The thing is, Gohan actually, at the end of the Buu Saga, a lot of people, like, because Gohan gets kind of a backseat, a lot of people don't realize this. If Gohan actually continued to train, Gohan would actually be the second strongest and potentially even the strongest character in the series. Because he definitely, there's been a lot of debate on whether Ultimate Gohan is stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku. But I really truly believe that Gohan, if he trained, well, first of all, if he trained, he was definitely stronger than Vegeta. Let's put that clear. He was clearly stronger than Vegeta. At the end of the Buu Saga, Gohan was the second strongest guy, definitely, at least. He was definitely stronger than Vegeta. The only reason he got weaker is because he doesn't train. So I would say he would definitely have played a bigger roles in the Buu Saga and even in Battle of Gods. Because if Gohan was actually training through all those years, he would definitely be stronger than Vegeta and maybe even stronger than Goku, honestly. So and you know, that's Gohan right there. He has the potential to really be like stronger than freaking Vegeta and Goku, but you know, he doesn't train. Blackenfist versus Whitenfoot versus Brownfist. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You know what? I'm gonna have to go with Brownfist here. He seems powerful. What is your opinion on the most recent death battle? Me and Qaaman have already done a video on this, and so you know, you can check that out. It's Thought for Talk episode 6. General Blue versus Iron Man. General Blue, man, come on. What other anime do you like? People have asked me this question before. I would say that, of course, Yu Yu Hakusho. There's a whole bunch of anime. Outlaw Star. There's, of course, all the classic Toonami stuff. Outlaw Star, Big O. I watched Gundam Wing. I haven't really watched the other Gundam series that appeared on Toonami, like G Gundam and Gundam SD. Or what was the other one? I don't know. I watched Death Note's one I like. School Rumble was one. That was one of the ones that my brother got me into. A more recent one, I guess, Welcome to the NHK. So, I mean, if you guys want to ask me about that, that's fine. So, but I wouldn't consider myself in watching a lot of anime because I really don't. I just watch some time to time. So yeah. Did Cooler's Revenge take place before or after Frieza and King Cold came to Earth? Well, I think it would have to be presumed that it would have to take place after they came to Earth because Goku was already on the planet, and before that Goku wasn't on the planet, so yeah. That's that, but that doesn't make it canon though, of course. What do you think of this? Well, that's a link. I'll look at that later. Post more Q&A on YouTube, brah. That's what I'm doing right now. Can you do a video of your top? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. As including the movies. Now, that's something that I am not sure. I don't know if I'll include the movies, but, you know, who knows. Kamehameha! This guy split it up into 3 sections. Well, thank you for that question, sir. You should do another Ask.fm video with Qaaman. Well, I kind of wanted the Qaaman to be in this one, but, you know, he was kind of busy. Welcome to the chat room. Thank you. Fuck, kill, marry, Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, adult. Oh my god. No, you know what? Fuck your question, man. Seriously. When when Goku turns Super Saiyan, does he like ice cream? He only likes ice cream with no sprinkles. And see, a lot of people don't know this, but the reason Vegeta hates Goku so much is because of this reason right here. Goku doesn't like his ice cream with sprinkles. Fuck, kill, marry, Cell, Boo, Frieza. Wow, man. Wow. Yeah, more like burnt toast. Well, thank you. Do you think Cell's asexual reproduction came from the Namek cells? Probably, since they're the only ones that do. Goku versus Spawn. I don't really know much about Spawn, so, you know. Is Roshi gay? You know what? I mean, how could you not think Roshi's gay? Come on. It's obvious. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Would you have sex with Semi-Perfect Cell using his tail to save the Earth? What? Dude. Um, you said to save the Earth. Sure, but after that I would like to have my memory erased. Damn, dude. What do you think if Vegeta won the beam struggle against Goku? Goku would have probably died. And the Earth would have been screwed. Pretty much. Super Saiyan 1 plus Kaioken versus Super Saiyan 2. Actually, Qaaman and Rhymestyle actually made a very good video about this. You can check it out on their channel. And I kind of agreed with them with that video. If I was on that video, I pretty much would have said kind of what they said in that video, and that is that Kaioken is pretty inefficient when it comes to powering you up, because even though technically and maybe theoretically you could get Kaioken up higher than the Super Saiyan transformations, you could only get them higher for like seconds or split seconds, and then after that you're back down and then you're really drained. So in the end, it's not really effective. Have you watched Hunter x Hunter? No, I have not. However, I have been told it was pretty good. What if Majin Vegeta didn't knock out Goku during their fight? I mean, it kind of seemed. First of all, it kind of seemed by the time that Boo got out, it seemed that even Vegeta started to realize that Boo was becoming this really big threat to the planet Earth. So, honestly, I think that maybe Goku and Vegeta would have teamed up against Boo at that point. Who knows? I mean, so if he didn't knock him out, of course. If Gohan turned SSJ 2, do you think it would have a difference? Well, a difference in what? I'm not sure. Hey Blackenfist, do you think we'll ever get a brand new Yu Yu Hakusho movie? Probably not. Yu Yu Hakusho, it's old, it's been a long time, we'll probably never get it. If you could pluck any two boxers out of time in their prime and have them go at it for 12 rounds, who would it be? Tyson Ali is a matchup that a lot of people talk about. I'm on the side of Ali. I see a lot of Sugar Ray Leonard versus Mayweather. I'm on the side of Sugar Ray Leonard on that one. Hell, you know what? You could almost even make a case of Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, since technically both of those fighters aren't even in their primes anymore, and that fight could never happen. And guys, what I mean is that, yeah, I know there's a lot of bullcrap going around the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, but what I mean is that them fighting at their prime cannot happen anymore, because those guys they're not old, so you know they're not in their prime anymore. So, and your other question. Also, which Dragon Ball character do you think would be the best boxer, not just in speed strength, but as a technician? Well, if I could choose any Dragon Ball character, I would say Goku. Definitely Goku. I mean, maybe some people make a case for Vegeta, but yeah, I think Goku, really, I mean. Hello, Blackenfist. Me and my brother have been arguing about who would win, Spider-Man or Yamcha. Please settle this for us. Thanks. Ooh, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Listen, I only passively know what Spider-Man's abilities are, so I just feel very uncomfortable of calling who is stronger between these two. So I mean I know a couple things about Spider-Man, but I don't know his details, his strengths. So I don't know, man. But I don't. Also, what if Trunks and Gohan fused into Go Tanks to defeat future androids? Gohan Tanks, whatever. Well, if they fused, they probably would have beaten them. Let's just say that. Hey Blackenfist, what number of Kaioken would Goku have to use to defeat Frieza in the movie Battle of Gods? What if Boo shared his pudding? Considering the fact that Super Saiyan multiplies your power by 50 times, obviously the obvious thing is that you would have to get the Kaioken times 50 in order to produce the same results. But then again, once again, the Kaioken only lasts for a couple seconds at best. So, you know, even if Goku was at Kaioken times 50, he would need to be even stronger than that to beat Frieza, because it lasts in such a short time, he couldn't beat him. Do you think Bardock was the first legendary Super Saiyan? No, No, I don't. This is episode of Bardock stuff. That was a what if scenario. No, he wasn't. What do you think about the upcoming DBZ game Xenoverse? It looks pretty promising, honestly. It looks like it could really be a good game. And it's actually the first Dragon Ball game I think that's being released on PC, which is finally, really. Can you do videos on your opinion on my ideas? Well, I'll look at these later. I really don't. I want to get back to the questions. Fave girl in DBZ. Probably Videl. Fave Frieza transformation. Obviously the final form. What do you? Why did Gohan not just go Super Saiyan against Gotenks? Boo. Oh boy. Okay. This is once again, I kind of answered this question near the beginning of this questionnaire, but this is once again my guess. My guess is Gohan doesn't need to go to transform into Super Saiyan when he's in his ultimate form. That being said, I think the reason he transforms into a Super Saiyan in Battle of Gods in the new movie, the new Frieza movie, is because he's been slacking off and he's no longer at his potential, so he has to turn Super Saiyan again. So that's my answer to that, and that by no means is an official answer. That's just my guess, because quite honestly they haven't been quite consistent with that. Hey, I love your channel. My question is, are originally from Miami Heat. What? Hey, I love your channel. My question is, are originally from Miami Heat. I don't know exactly what you mean by that. What if Nail absorbed Piccolo? If Nail absorbed Piccolo, my guess is that Nail would be kind of the same strength that Piccolo was when he absorbed Nail, so in terms of the whole Frieza thing, I don't think that would have changed much. Hello, I really don't know, do you even answer these anymore, but I am a huge fan of DBZ, but I have read the manga and I think that is the true DBZ and anime is full of fillers. But my question / argument is that in the end of DBZ, Gohan is the strongest fighter among Alright, I guess you're saying that by the end of Dragon Ball Z, and actually, there's actually a very good case to put that Gohan was actually the strongest fighter at the end of the Buu saga, and I could really see that. I could really see that he was definitely, because he was definitely, I just said this, like I said before, he was definitely stronger than Vegeta and possibly even Goku. But by the end of DBZ and that time skipped, was he really stronger than that? Probably not. He had been slacking off and he probably wasn't training as hard, so he probably got softer. What are your thoughts on Dragon Ball Kai? Yeah. And if you don't know exactly what it is, Kai is a true to the manga experience of the anime and fixes much of the mistakes the original made, such as filler dub mistakes. So will you be checking it out? I already checked it out. I only watched Dragon Ball Kai in Japanese, and although I was hyped for Kai in the beginning, I really checked out of Kai pretty quickly, because I really was like, well, you know, I already watched this before, I really don't care, you know, I mean, like, I just felt like I already watched it all before. I'd rather just go or watch the original anime or read the manga, and quite honestly, I really didn't understand what Kai wasn't for me, let's just say that. As for if you like Kai, and I understand what Kai was doing, so if you wanted to get rid of some of the filler, that's fine. And if the filler really bothered you, then I guess check it out. I have nothing against Dragon Ball Kai, but to me, I kind of passed over it, so, you know. And of course, there's like these Dragon Ball Kai fanboys, which, I mean, that's one thing that's annoying about the Dragon Ball fandom, is that there are so many different types of fanboys out there. Like, they will bash, like, Dragon Ball fans will fight with each other to, like, which is the best version of the show, and that's kind of annoying, quite honestly. Like, I've seen a lot of English, Japanese infighting, a lot of Ocean Funimation infighting, and then when Kai came out, a lot of Z Kai infighting. It's kind of annoying. I try to ignore that. What is your favorite DBZ movie? I try to ignore that. What is your favorite DBZ movie? I try to ignore that. 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 I try to i Uh, as I said before, I thought that Wrath of the Dragon is my favorite, and after quite honestly, after thinking about it for a while, and after rewatching Battle of Gods and rewatching Wrath of the Dragon, you know what? I have come to my conclusion. I have to say Battle of Gods is my second favorite movie, and Wrath of the Dragon is still first for me. I don't know what it is about that movie, man. I just really like Wrath of the Dragon. No matter how many times I see it, I just really like it. I don't know why. Well, I kind of know why, but I just really like it. It just doesn't wear on me. Do you think Toriyama will ever show Goku meeting Bardock or Gita in the... No. Well, I can't say that. Let's just say this. If the series goes on long enough, eventually we will get that scene where Bardock and Gine, and possibly they're introduced to the whole cast, really. So yeah, perhaps. Hello, greetings to you too, sir. Someone is just laughing here. How come when Goku's brother came to Earth he didn't just fly, and he had to fly on the flying Nimbus? I really don't know why Goku did that. My guess is the reason Toriyama had Goku flying on the flying Nimbus is just to make it an iconic, scene, I guess. Sugar Ray Leonard Prime versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. Sugar Ray Leonard. Easy. Who is your favorite DBZ villain? Well, if you're just talking about DBZ, if you're just talking about that, then I would have to say Cell. Really. What was the last comic you read? I really don't read comics. Sorry, guys. Are you a glass half full thinker or a glass half empty thinker? I think I have to lean more toward the type of glass half full thinker, honestly. If you were able to choose your gender at birth, which one would you choose? I choose to be what I am now, male. And maybe that's because I am now, but that's kind of the reason why. That's kind of been the experiences I had, and I really wouldn't have it any other way, really. And I think this will be the last question. Does the android like you have fear? Well, if we learned anything from that scene when Vegeta was beating the crap out of Android 19, we learn yes. But anyway, guys, I've answered a whole bunch of questions here. I'm sorry that it took so long to actually get this out, but I've been kind of busy. But I hope that this was an interesting question section. But I'll try to do these a little bit more often than I usually do. I know I've been kind of keeping a little low on these, but whatever, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed all the questions and my answers. And of course, you can, if you want to ask me some questions, you can go to the link in the description to my ask.fm. Answer me whatever you want. I don't care what it is. I'll try to answer it like I did right here. As you can see, some people ask me ridiculous questions, and I think I didn't answer one of them because I said fuck that, but for the most part I will answer your question. But anyway, guys, I have been Blackenfist, and I'm out, man.